Hilda? What business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour?
I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all.
Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them.
His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today.
Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before?
Oh, crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove.
Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that.
All's well, then. Now, will you please allow us to pass?
Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead.
Hey, this went perfectly. I'm amazed. Whew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now! What, really? Come on. Aw, we were having such a good time. Also, we're gonna have to dress up as maids again to leave, so, like, this is an awful lot of work. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with that... What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. Ooh, I don't know if we're supposed to be here. That feels like an invasion of privacy. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. Okie dokie. Yeah, this feels... Man, they actually give you the energy of, like, your, like, inner sanctum right now, so... deep. This feels weird. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's just the princess's room and the queen's room, apparently, so... let's do this. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Auslis. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua. I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax.
I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbal energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it?
The professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
Oh, I have but a vague idea. But I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so...
Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?
I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbal reaction was detected beneath Gransel.
10 years ago? Hold on. That would line up with the war, right? Wait a minute. That's curious for a coincidence, eh?
Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Huh. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned.
Wow. So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gransel. So, what does that tell us about the Gospel? Oh, which was the Black Orbment's actual name, right? For a second I was like, what the hell was the Gospel? But yeah, we named the Black Orbment the Gospel, right? Yeah. Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that?
Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record.
I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off.
I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Oh,
you're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty?
He was a friend of my late son's, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me.
Really? I didn't know that.
I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago.
There's confirmation 10 years ago was the war. Huh, so I'm just wondering, did Erebonia know about this artifact reaction, and that's why they started the war? The explanations for why the war was started have been a little unclear, but could that be it, you wonder? You wonder.
I assume you have not been told?
Well, nothing super detailed.
Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It is no indulgence, Your Majesty.
Flashback!
10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War.
Whoa, wait a second, those are actual tanks! God damn, what?
Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calavad were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall.
Oh my god. Oh, hold, I can't tell who's those bombs raining down from those airships. I can't tell which side's doing it. Oh boy.
But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities,
which would be 60 days, assuming they use the same calendar system as we do,
the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications.
So those have to be Liberlian airships, if like those were a new thing, right? Because if Erebonia wouldn't have them, then...
The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leisten Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed.
Oh, hey! There he is, it's Cassius. And oh, is that Morgan and Richard as well? It probably is. Interesting.
And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle.
That happened during the war? Oh man, I remember we had a flashback as we were leaving Roland. We climbed the clock tower and Estelle talked about this, but I don't remember the details exactly, unfortunately.
That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive.
Yeah, the clock tower related to it somehow. Did it like crush Estelle's mom? Was that the story? It would have almost crushed Estelle, but she was protecting her, I think, maybe? Maybe I'm fanficking here right now.
What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot! It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. So, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time.
But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever.
Your Majesty.
However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter.
What? But Julia, I mean Lieutenant Schwartz, asked us to help you.
I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return.
But... If I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua.
If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, then if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Oh.
Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through.
Estelle, it seems she was right about you.
Huh?
I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild.
Your Majesty!
My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia.
Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Well.
Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
In other words, Duke Junin was out of the running.
Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me.
Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here.
No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power.
Damn, getting real here with this, freaking gender politics here. Rough.
Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberl would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture.
So if Liberl became a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracted Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present.
Oh no!
Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return.
What?
Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed, simply because of blood ties.
Dude, that's rough. She's kind of saying she will, sacrifice the princess a little bit. Oh boy. But of course, that's where we come in, because, I think the real game now is to everybody to be happily safe.
Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die.
Your Majesty, please try to relax.
We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands.
Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. And I don't think we should just leave you here.
I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
Okie dokie, and we had to switch back into the maid outfits. Like I said, come on now. Alright, well. Things is developing, aren't they? Interesting. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can.
Right. But I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share.
Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Whoa, is it really that late?
The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guard suspicious.
Okay, well, we got like 5 minutes more, so let's peace out of here. Unless some crazy cliffhanger is dropped on our lap. Are you going to be... are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda?
Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy.
Oh, that's not fair. But please, relax. We are patriots to the core.
That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me.
By your leave.
By the way, ladies. Huh? I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Oh, interesting. What choices? Lena. I think Estelle's kind of like, she couldn't come up with a completely new name, so I think she just like blurt that out, and I wonder if she would blurt out her mother's name by accident, just be like, whoops. My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it.
Thank you very much.
And how about you, miss?
You may call me Corinne.
Corinne, you say? That's a very pretty name.
You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself.
Are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is...
I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work.
No, I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home. Man, we were about to get characterization for, like, these Spec Ops grunts, who are some of the few characters who don't actually get names, but Hilda shot that right down. Huh. Lena and Corinne, huh? That's certainly a pair. Oh, no, that's just the balcony. This is the way we came in. Whew. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. What's all the noise about? I knew this is. Saw the corner of the, but also the Hicks right there. Oh, Duke Tunen.
It's Lady of the Court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Corinne. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Oh no, butlers are like maids. They can tell when a maid isn't a maid. Once again, we've been made. Did he recognize us?
Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all.
Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I am dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother.
Please, don't concern yourself.
You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair. You have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you would look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Oh, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Huh? Your Grace! Oh, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best served for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you have not forgotten? I know. Oh, some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time, anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then.
Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it.
But I said I was just joking. Enough. I'm going to bed.
As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there.
Oh, he sleeps like here in the guest quarters? Oh, he kind of is a guest for the moment, I guess, because he doesn't live here normally, I don't think. I think was the vibe. I don't know. No.
Ooh. Oh, right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good. That went well-ish.
I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please, set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I am truly sorry. Madame and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
Oh, that's funny. They didn't animate the door opening because if we were playing this in original resolution, you couldn't see that door. Oh, man. Funny.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally?
Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as he once did, thanks to the one he serves.
What is this remains of the day shit going on here right now? Oh my god, this lore for Hilda and Philip? I kinda dig it, but also, whoa.
I see.
He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Ooh, please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Oh, well, you see, Estelle? Allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer.
Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear.
Ooh. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you.
If not for you, I don't know what we would have done.
Yeah, I was still betting on that, like, Tomb Raider style shimmying on edges, climbing up ledges and stuff. So, this was way better doing the maid disguise. That was awesome. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess.
Oh, are you one of her royal retainers?
Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night.
I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going?
Let's talk to these two real quickly, but then we will be ending the episode. I don't believe any suspicions have been raised. Just keep alert until you return to your room. You never can be too certain how closely the intelligence division is watching you.
Oh, I do hope the princess is doing all right. I should have gone with her.
Alrighty, yeah, that was good. After all the hype, all the build-up, I'm pretty satisfied with our meeting with the Queen. That was exciting, and we got a bunch of interesting lore. And a new quest. Gotta go, well, okay, this actually hasn't updated yet, but like, this will update in a bit, and we gotta go freaking save Princess Claudia, who we've never met before. Man, remember I may have made a prediction earlier in this game, and right now I'm really feeling like that prediction is gonna be coming true, right? I don't know. It's kind of adding up, huh? And I'm gonna mark out when that happens. If and when we get that, oh boy, but let's play along for now and see how it goes. Next time, Queen's taken care of, Princess is next. Get ready, everybody. Okay, bye!